Dear brothers, I stand before you today with a heavy heart, observing the degeneration of Western society before our very eyes. The modern world is changing at an unprecedented pace, and it seems as though we are hurtling towards a future that we do not fully understand. As we look around, we see a world consumed by the rise of short-form content, a world where patience is scarce and instant gratification is the norm. Our youth are growing up in a society where the pursuit of pleasure is prioritized over the pursuit of purpose. Social media, online gaming, and other forms of digital entertainment have taken over our lives, and we are losing touch with the physical world around us. We are also witnessing a decline in voluntary celibacy, a value that has long been held dear by our society. Sexual promiscuity has become the norm, and the moral fiber of our society is being eroded. Young people are being taught to value physical pleasure over spiritual growth and emotional connection. This is leading to a breakdown in the family unit, which is the foundation of our society. Moreover, we are seeing the alienation of young Western men. They are growing up in a society that is increasingly hostile to their masculinity, a society that is pushing them towards femininity, and a society that is failing to provide them with the tools they need to navigate the complexities of modern life. This alienation is leading to a rise in depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. It is also contributing to a rise in crime and other social ills. The problem is not just limited to young men, however. We are also seeing a rise in mental health issues among women and other marginalized groups. The pressures of modern life, coupled with a lack of social support and community, are taking their toll on all of us. Dear brothers, we must attribute all of these issues to modernity. The world has become too focused on materialism, and our values have been eroded. We have lost touch with our spiritual and cultural roots, and we are paying the price for it. To address these issues, we must first acknowledge that we have a problem. We must recognize that the modern world is not perfect, and that it has brought with it a host of challenges that we must overcome. We must then work to rebuild our society, one step at a time. We must relearn the importance of patience, discipline, and self-control. We must rediscover the value of celibacy and the importance of the family unit. We must work to rebuild the spiritual and emotional connections that have been lost. We must also work to support our young men and provide them with the tools they need to navigate the complexities of modern life. We must show them that their masculinity is a strength, not a weakness, and that they have a valuable role to play in our society. We must create opportunities for them to connect with one another, to form communities, and to develop healthy relationships with themselves and others. Furthermore, we must address the root causes of crime and mental health issues. This means investing in education, social services, and mental health care. It means creating opportunities for people to find meaningful work and to contribute to their communities. It means addressing systemic inequalities and creating a more just and equitable society for all. This will not be an easy journey, but it's one that we must undertake if we are to create a better future for ourselves and our children. It will require us to work together, to support one another, and to remain committed to our shared values and goals. I urge you to take heart in the knowledge that we are not alone in this struggle. Our faith, our community, and our shared humanity give us the strength and resilience we need to face the challenges of the modern world. May we draw on these sources of strength as we work to rebuild our society and create a better future for ourselves and our children. It is important to remember that the challenges we face are not new. Throughout history, humanity has faced many crises, and we have always found ways to overcome them. We have faced war, famine, disease, and oppression, and we have emerged stronger and more resilient each time. The challenges we face today may seem daunting, but we must remember that we are not helpless. We have the power to make a difference in the world, to create positive change, and to leave a legacy for future generations. We must also recognize that we are part of a larger global community. The problems we face are not unique to Western society, and we must work together with people from all over the world to find solutions. We must listen to diverse perspectives, learn from different cultures, and collaborate with one another to create a more harmonious and peaceful world. In conclusion, dear brothers, we stand at a crossroads in history. We have the opportunity to shape the future of our society and our world. We can choose to continue down the path of materialism, individualism, and moral decay. Or we can choose to embrace the values of our faith, our culture, and our shared humanity. As I continue to reflect on the degeneration of Western society before our very eyes, I cannot help but think about the factors that have contributed to this phenomenon. We live in a world that is changing at an unprecedented pace, and it is important that we take a closer look at the root causes of the challenges we face. One of the most significant factors contributing to the degeneration of Western society is the rise of technology. We live in an age where technological advancements are reshaping the way we live, work, and interact with one another. While these advancements have brought many benefits, such as increased efficiency and productivity, they have also had unintended consequences. One of the most notable consequences of technological advancements is the rise of short-form content. We live in a world where information is available at our fingertips, and we have become accustomed to consuming bite-sized pieces of information. This has led to a decline in our ability to concentrate for long periods, and has contributed to a lack of patience and attention to detail. The rise of short-form content has also contributed to a decline in the value of education. In the past, education was highly valued and was seen as a pathway to success. However, in today's world, many people are more interested in quick fixes and shortcuts to success. This has led to a decline in the quality of education and has contributed to a lack of critical thinking skills. Another factor contributing to the degeneration of Western society is the decline in voluntary celibacy. Sexual promiscuity has become the norm, and the moral fiber of our society is being eroded. Young people are being taught to value physical pleasure over spiritual growth and emotional connection. This is leading to a breakdown in the family unit, which is the foundation of our society. Moreover, we are seeing the alienation of young Western men. They are growing up in a society that is increasingly hostile to their masculinity, a society that is pushing them towards femininity, and a society that is failing to provide them with the tools they need to navigate the complexities of modern life. This alienation is leading to a rise in depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. It is also contributing to a rise in crime and other social ills. The problem is not just limited to young men, however. We are also seeing a rise in mental health issues among women and other marginalized groups. The pressures of modern life, coupled with a lack of social support and community, are taking their toll on all of us. The breakdown of the family unit is also contributing to the rise of mental health issues. Families used to provide a sense of stability, security, and belonging. However, in today's world, many families are broken, dysfunctional, and lacking in emotional connection. This has led to a rise in loneliness, isolation, and mental health issues. Another factor contributing to the degeneration of Western society is the rise of individualism. In the past, people were more connected to their communities, and they had a sense of responsibility towards their fellow citizens. However, in today's world, many people are more focused on their own individual needs and desires. This has led to a decline in social cohesion and has contributed to a lack of empathy and compassion. Furthermore, we are seeing a rise in income inequality, which is contributing to social unrest and a sense of injustice. The gap between the rich and the poor is widening, and this is leading to a sense of hopelessness and despair among those who are struggling to make ends meet. In addition to these factors, we are also witnessing a decline in the values that have traditionally held Western society together. These values include hard work, discipline, self-control, and a sense of responsibility towards one's fellow citizens. In today's world, these values are often seen as outdated and irrelevant. However, these values are more important than ever in our rapidly changing world. We need to rediscover the importance of hard work, discipline, and self-control if we want to rebuild our society and create a better future for ourselves and our children. Dear brothers, we must recognize that the challenges we face are not insurmountable. We have the power to create positive change in the world, but we must be willing to work together and to make sacrifices. We must be willing to put aside our individual desires and to work towards a common goal. We must also recognize that we are not alone. There are many people who share our concerns and who are working towards a better future. We must reach out to these people and form alliances we sorely need. We must, because we can, brothers.